Your Excellency, President Xi Jinping, thank you very much for your kind invitation and your warm hospitality in the wonderful city of Shanghai. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, artificial intelligence can be humanity's greatest opportunity in the 21st century. It could also become one of its greatest risks. As the conference theme reminds us, a brighter future depends on partnership. And I thank China for bringing us together in that spirit. The launch by President Xi in 2023 of the Global AI Governance Initiative was a very strong message of Chinese commitment and leadership, and WAIC is its natural development. Partnership is also at the center of the Global Digital Compact adopted by the UN General Assembly with the full support of China. The Compact made it clear, technology that will shape the future of humanity must be shaped by all humanity. It cannot be governed by a handful of countries or a handful of companies. Every nation needs a seat at the table. And the table is now being built through the Global Dialogue on AI Governance as called in by the Compact. The first such dialogue, held this month in Geneva and informed by the independent international scientific panel, carried an overriding message. Technology must serve people, not the other way around. Excellencies, few areas hold greater promise for our common future than the application of AI to sustainable development. AI can accelerate medical breakthroughs, transform education, strengthen food systems and agricultural productivity, spur new industries and create decent jobs. In short, AI can help usher in a quantum leap across the Sustainable Development Goals. But it won't happen if the historical injustices of the past are repeated in the technologies of the future. And yet, 1/3 of humanity is still offline. Many countries continue to face gaps in connectivity, infrastructure, and energy access. Computing power, data resources, and technical expertise remain concentrated. Hundreds of billions of dollars of private investment flood into artificial intelligence, while many developing countries receive just a trickle. AI risks pushing the world towards even greater inequalities, greater divides in income, in opportunity, in security, greater gaps between North and South. We cannot let that happen. The challenge before us is to ensure that artificial intelligence becomes a force for greater inclusion and shared progress. And China has an essential role to play, and so do all of us. I'm encouraged that over 20 countries, including China, have already responded to my invitation and nominated centers to a UN-supported global network for exchange and cooperation on AI capacity building at the service of developing countries. And I will soon put forward recommendations for a global fund for AI with the same purpose. I ask for your full support for both initiatives. As we look ahead, let me highlight 3 priorities to help ensure all countries can benefit from the AI revolution. First, capacity. Developing countries bring enormous assets to the age of AI. Talent, ideas, young dynamic populations. Every country should be able to shape this technology to its own needs, with its own skills, its own data, and its own languages. At the United Nations, China helped advance the first General Assembly resolution on AI capacity building adopted by consensus. And developing countries deserve support to build that capacity. The platforms and tools discussed here in Shanghai show what partnership can deliver. Technology built with developing countries for developing countries. And that means open models countries can adapt. The open source strategy of China is an enormous global success. Computing power they can afford. must be provided, and training for the people who will use them. Second, safety. Systems that cross borders need standards that cross borders. We need common approaches to testing, risk assessment, and responsibility. We need governance that is inclusive, networked, and anchored in international law. Human rights must be protected. Humans must keep control over every life and death decision. And no AI system should be put in a child's hand before it has been proven safe. And third, sustainability. AI can help speed the energy transition, managing grids, integrating renewables, cutting waste. But its growing demands for energy, water and land must be brought into the open. I call on every major AI company to disclose the full environmental footprint of their systems and power them with renewables by 2030. Several countries, and mainly China, already require data centers to use more renewable power every year. I ask all governments to follow this example and make clean power for AI part of their national energy plans. Excellencies, the defining question is not whether artificial intelligence will transform the world. It will. The defining question is whether that transformation will reduce inequalities or reinforce them, whether it will concentrate power or expand opportunity, whether it will bring the promise of progress for every country or only to those already at the front of the pack. This is a test of technology and a test of solidarity. Let us pass the test as partners for a brighter future and make AI a force for dignity, opportunity, and sustainable development for all, and I thank you.